Okay, now here's I framed this already done on the check ring. You can see the check ring. All right. I don't know how well you can see it on the camera, but you can see that every point is exactly the same, nice and sharp,
Mm-hmm.
evenly spaced, and so forth. And on the bottom, we used to go all the way down to the bottom, but we find that when you go all the way to the bottom, it leaves a lot of sharp edges and corners that will snag on your clothes. It'll grab anything.
Mm-hmm.
So by doing this, it keeps that from happening. Plus, a lot of people think it looks pretty good too. Now this one, besides it's got the high grip, it's got 25 ounce per inch, and also what it also has. Let me turn it to the side so you can see. On top of the high grip cut, it also has the trigger guard undercut. Yeah, I don't know if you can. You want me to move it around? I don't know if you can see it.
Oh, I can see it right now.
Okay.
Yep.
Right. It's got the undercutting of the trigger guard. The combination of the two allows your grip or your gun to sit so low in your hand that you have so much more control over recoil that you can recover for your consecutive shots much quicker. You recover the front sight.
Can you show? Can you hold it with your trigger finger on the side of the frame so that we can see where your middle finger is relative to the mat catch?
Yeah.
Okay. So right now you can see it here. Okay. And then can you show what it looks like without the undercut?
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that because here's another gun that's completely finished. Okay, this one has to be finished. It's only been bead blasted, and there's still more work to be done. But this, anyway, I wanted to show you the finished product. Okay, this gun basically is the same thing, 25 ounce per inch. Here, let me turn it around so you can see.
Mm-hmm.
It's already been blued.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, we do our own bluing in house. You know, we have the best bluing in town, as they tell me.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it's not even blue. We have our bluing is so black, it's like a midnight black. Like all the lights went out. No candles around. Okay. Now this one does not have. It does have the high grip cut, but it does not have the undercut. Put side by side, you can see the difference between the two.
Mm-hmm. So can you show? Can you grip that one and show
Yeah,
us where?
yes, I will. But
Yeah.
it's I don't know why this customer didn't go with the undercutting of the trigger guard. I think that's a lot of help. You can actually feel it. You know, when you grab the gun and all that, you can feel it.
Mm-hmm.
And but here you go.
Right.
You can see the difference. I already see the difference.
Right.
Let's
Okay.
get that out of the way. Now let's do it again.
Yep.
You see that? See where I'm at? Comparison to the this.
Yep.
See that?
Yep. I see it right there.
You see that? I can get it up really high up there.
Right. Yep.
Okay, so what I'd recommend to people is that you do both.
Now, if you were on a budget, what would you get?
Well, I mean, on a budget, I wouldn't do any of it.
Okay.
You know, because these are very labor intensive. There's a lot of time machining, and there's also a lot of time invested in handwork. You know, a lot of this stuff has to be cleaned up. You know, for example, all this area here, once you do all the machining on the mill, it has to be all blended by hand and cleaned up, and it doesn't take a lot of time, but it's enough time to you are spending, you know, time. So
Well, between the high cut and the undercut, which one is more helpful?
uh, actually both, but if you just want to do one, I will do the cutting on the undercutting on the trigger guard.
It's like what they do on the Glocks, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So that would be more beneficial that doing a high grip and not the undercut of the trigger guard. People confuse the undercut of the trigger guard with high grip cut. So to make that clear, the undercutting of the trigger guard is this. Okay, right there. You can see it, the radius out. So it allows your finger to come up higher, which in turn gives you a higher grip. Well, the high grip cut is this. And if I had a stock frame, you can see that, especially Springfield and Colt, their guns, their frames have a big lump here.
Mm.
Okay, and that forces your gun down. Actually, when you try to grip it high, it actually wants to force your grip down because it's almost like a slide. All right, so by raising it up, that helps. But the two together is really, really nice. It really, really helps a lot. And this one happens to have the Stan Chen Magwell. Let me clean it up a little bit of dust here. Gen 2, which is the one that you don't have to solder, silver solder, or weld. But it's a lot of machining involved. And you have to relocate as well. You have to relocate the hole for the mainspring housing. And there's a lot of work just blending it and opening it up as they come. You just can't drop them in. This is another thing that's very labor intensive. We do a pretty good job here, not only opening it up and blending it, but we smooth everything out. I mean, you can go around this whole gun and it's not a sharp corner anywhere. So when you do your reloads, you're not going to get hurt anywhere.
Okay.
And if you look at it closely, and if I move it around, you can see that everything is nicely radiused. See? All the sharp corners are radiused everywhere. These used to be really sharp right here, these 2 years. Those are the ones that get you. Okay, that's just attention to detail. Some gunsmith will do it. Other gunsmiths will just leave it alone. You know, it just depends on who you take it to and, you know, how much time they put into it. And, you know, I mean, it's, if you take pride in your work, then this is probably what they do, the way they do it. Maybe not exactly the way I do it, but they do something about that. Anyway, so we came from a plain frame, and we did the undercut, or not the undercut, but the high grip cut. We trued the frame, and now the next step is to start choking. First will be the vertical lines are cut, then we'll turn a fixture and put it upside down or vertically, and we'll cut the horizontal lines.
Okay.
And then a little bit of cleanup with a single check and file to get rid of the birds and stuff, and that's it.